So can you lay out your thesis, the data center as a giant chip, and what that means for NVIDIA and the industry?
Yeah. So what's really great about covering semiconductors and technology is, frankly, Jensen has been saying this for years. I feel like I finally hit me across the head and I really understood it this time. Pretty much, if you think about it, the same problem that happens at the nanometer level is also happening at the data center level. It's all an identity of performance to power and essentially changing information. So if we're going to scale it up in order of magnitude, the first order of magnitude is advanced packaging, putting multiple chips together as close as possible. We used to have it just on a piece of PCB and then be pretty far away. They don't really talk to each other as fast. And so we thought, well, why don't we just shove them all closer? And that's the example of how AMD won client from Intel. But Jensen and NVIDIA is taking this one step further, not just by pushing two chips together, but also pushing as many chips together into a single rack. And then also within that rack, making sure that it's connected with copper specifically, because copper is extremely cheap, fast, and pretty much doesn't need more power to transmit signals. Whereas if we push to optics, we need a lot more power to transmit a signal. Think about it this way, that's just another level of advanced packaging. Now, instead of having two chips together as close as possible, which is advanced packaging, we're having as many racks as we can as close as possible. And by doing that, we essentially get the same benefits we did with Moore's Law, meaning less energy, it's cheaper, and it's faster. And so might not be the perfect example of this, but at the keynote, he talked about how in the past it would take, I believe it was something like 8,000 GPUs or maybe 16,000 GPUs to train a GPT-4 level model. But with the GB200, it would take 1/4 the amount of GPUs. And so that's the example, because by pushing all these things together, we're able to make it so much more power and performance that we're having essentially another level of scaling that's outside of just the chip.